Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Spanish Speaker Series. I'm your host, Hanna Guzman, and I have yet another fantastic guest in the building, Ilia Francis. Ilia, welcome!
Thank you, Hannah, my dear friend. It's always a pleasure to seeing you, to talk to you, and it's just to find another way to have a this social interaction, the conversation that we love.
I'm super excited to have you on here. Like, Ilia is dear and near to my heart. We go way back, played back before I even knew how to hold a mic. So I'm always happy and I'm always excited. And we have a little guest here too as well. So hi, Alessia. So she's in the building. But before we jump into this episode, why don't you let our viewers on YouTube know a bit about yourself?
Thank you so much. Well, I've been an engineer by trade for more than 20 years in the health and safety and quality assurance areas, but up until 2018, where I decided to find a legacy, to find ways to empower people, empower women. I am an immigrant to Canada, and finding myself identify in women who come here to make their work, their world a better place, finding a safer way place to live, helped me find my own purpose. So I started working with women. That was the blessing that we had to meeting you in this way, and to build a legacy as a LinkedIn trainer, and as a woman empowering others with my own actions. So I help professionals and small businesses to show up, to build a presence, and to create community on LinkedIn for career purposes or for lead generation. That fills my heart with joy when I see the outcomes of people getting out there, showing up, finding their true voice, and building their own career path, their own entrepreneurial path. That makes me just complete, basically.
So, for those who are watching us and may not know, what is LinkedIn? The LinkedIn website, what is it?
Oh, it's the largest social networking platform for business. That is the professional place that you should be if you want to build a career, to find meaningful jobs, to find the company you truly want to make a difference in, or if you want to find your ideal prospect, your ideal clients, and they are in the organizational sphere, if they are in the business, in corporations, you have the opportunity, because 70% of CEOs across the world are on LinkedIn. They check on LinkedIn on a daily basis. And for those leaders, LinkedIn is not a social networking platform just for business, but also for people who want to be leaders. People say LinkedIn is the new Facebook, and it isn't. LinkedIn is for those who really want to build credibility, because they have a voice, they have a baggage of experience, and they want to share it with others with a specific purpose. Sometimes people don't understand that being on LinkedIn is not as random and as casual as being on Instagram or on Facebook. Being on LinkedIn requires you to be clear on your purpose. Otherwise, you will be either wasting your time or wasting other people's times.
And nobody wants to waste anybody's time in 2021. Absolutely. You know,
Exactly.
I wanted to ask you, how did you stumble across this career of yours? It's non-traditional to be a linked. So what do we call you? A LinkedIn guru, a LinkedIn trainer? Like what do we call you?
Look, look, I am an avid LinkedIn learner. Uh, but if you go check my profile and you type Ilya Francis, you're gonna see LinkedIn Whisperer. And because I know that building an expertise requires years, and the platform is always evolving. Social media is always evolving, so I take it very seriously, and I want people to understand that once you know something, it takes a precedent and is the foundation of new building, new thoughts, new ideals. So I am a LinkedIn whisperer, and with that I mean I am a LinkedIn consultant. I train professionals, I train corporations, I train universities and associations to understand and to feel confident. And when you go to LinkedIn, you sometimes feel like, oh, I don't know what to do here, but you should have a purpose. It's actually very fun. And once you build your community, and it's the foundation of it, you have a small network, you're going to have a small impact. You have a larger network, your impact will be seen by many, by thousands. So that is one of the main goals that everybody should have on the platform. You build your thought leadership, you build your presence, but also you expand your network and get to know those key actors within your network. You'll be fine. You will set yourself for success.
I'm getting teary eyed to see you just explain everything that you do with such pride and honor with it. I truly applaud you, my friend, with everything that you've been able to do for yourself and for your career. It's like truly admirable. I haven't done this all season long, but I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, oh my goodness, she's doing it right. So I'm really, really proud of you and everything that you're
Thank
doing.
you.
How long, because so many new immigrants watch this show, how long have you been in Canada? And is this the career that you saw yourself in when you were landing on that plane in Pearson or wherever you landed?
Holy cow. I would have never known that I would be, first of all, sitting with, one of the greatest voices in the community, here, Hanna, the powerhouse, the podcaster, Hanna, the master networker, the master connector. 11 years ago, I mean, never. I came without, with a, a network of zero, or I would say a network of two, because my best friend lives here and my now husband lived here. That was it. Otherwise, I did not know anybody. I didn't know how to conduct myself. And with them and with their support, I started building up also my key connections, my contacts, finding support, and then finding a job. Obviously, in the corporate world, but I have to shift careers sorry, industries, because back in my home country, Venezuela, I had a ton of experience in the oil and gas industry. But I came to Ontario, in this province. The oil and gas is not the strongest industry that you can find in their main cities. There, of course, Sarnia is an oil and gas city, but I decided to shift it, place my roots in Oakville, Ontario. So that wasn't the case. So I decided, okay, I know I have transferable skills. I know that I'm good at this, and that. And what can be the industry that can be aligned to the same transferable skills? And I started tapping into my connections, and I found jobs in the automotive industry, and then in the tech industry, but tech for people, like a software industry for health and safety professionals, just like I was in the past. So I started shaping my route. But then in 2017 and 18, when after my son was born, I just said, like, well, there's something else that I should be doing. That I want to find purpose in driving myself to work, and in putting content, in creating something greater than myself. Because in the end, if I leave this world, what am I going to leave? What is going to be the impact? And I said, well, the best impact you can do is impacting in a positive way what another person does. You know, helping another person is the best impact that you can do. And that's how I decided to I started incursioning in the social media sphere, and I started be seen, starting the podcast that we had with Hustle and Heels back in the day, and finding my own voice. Not only I helped others, but also I helped myself, building up that confidence.
It definitely helped me. You guys helped me out a ton. You're part of the 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 beginning stages of me, and still today I always, whenever I'm in an interview, I always mention you. I always remember you guys, what you did for me. So it's always mutual love and admiration. So the expert is a beginner once upon a time, right? So you open doors for women and you let them feel like they're important. um,
Exactly.
which is the essence of you, I find. If you, I know we're tight on time, and you have children and everything to feed, but if you were to see a new immigrant coming into this country, or anybody along the lines of that, would you suggest for them to go on LinkedIn right off the bat?
Absolutely. I would say to you, if you're considering even to move to Canada, if you're in the process already, go on LinkedIn and start connecting with people who are in the same area, either in the same province, in the same industry, but find those key connections and start establishing a relationship. Don't wait until you come here to then, find ways to meet people.
Hmm.
Go ahead and do it right away, because the faster you do it, the faster the people know you, the faster people will start liking you, the faster people trust you. They will open their own networks to you. They will be supportive, and they will find ways to help you. So, and that is a flaw. And I understand it's a matter of, the shock culture. You come here, you might not have the same language, so you might have to start building your language. But if you come to Canada legally, you at least have a basic English, or you at least have intermediate French, um, knowledge. Uh, so you need to communicate, and feeling that, okay, who should I start talking to? Well, find, the industries, the groups, the companies. Start finding the people that are on LinkedIn, start checking their content, and start commenting in those content, in those posts, videos, etc., because that's how you break the ice. Yes, you will be a person, an acquaintance, as long as you don't build that relationship. That is key. So don't feel afraid of reach out to a complete stranger, as long as there is a commonality. There's a story behind that help you feel identified with her, or him, and then start adding your own thoughts. You need to add your thoughts. You need to make sure that you are being seen. If you're not visible, you do not exist. Simply. There you go.
You're just mic dropping. That was a mic drop. I love that answer. Where can we find you if we want to keep up with you? If we want to book your services, to be LinkedIn professionals, where can we find you?
You can find me either on LinkedIn at Ilia Francis, ILIAFRANCIS. Search for me, connect with me, follow me, reach out via my content, comment on my post, tell me I saw Hannah Salazar's video and it resonated with me. Let's get it started. Let's connect. I am always a message away. I'm also on Instagram at Ilia Francis, where I show tips, tricks, and the best advice that I can give to my community in order for you to have a successful presence on LinkedIn. Because you can be there, but maybe you're not acting. You are passive. You're only an observer. People call those the type of people a lurker, but I would say you are a learner. You are absorbing the information, but you are not communicating yet. So I would say yet.
Yeah, that was key. Thank you so much for joining us at the Latin Speaker Series on YouTube. I love you so much. I respect you so much, and I can't wait to catch up with you soon. This is
Absolutely. My friend, I always, consider you one of, the closest people that are always in my heart. And I cannot wait to finally meet again in person.
for sure. I'm ready for it. Let's go have mimosas or whatever you want. I'll be there. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share this video. Take care. Bye.
Bye.